Today we make meatball parmesan sliders better than any restaurant you've been to. You'll start out with some butter or brioche rolls and cut those in half. Spread some ricotta on the bottom layer of the bread. Then we're going to cover in meatballs, and if you'd like to save some time, you can use store-bought or you can make it from scratch. You can cook the meatballs in the marinara or just pour it on top along with some fresh basil, some grated parmesan, and then add your cheese. The next time I make this, I'm going to use some shredded mozzarella and provolone. Now for the best part, we're going to make our garlic and herb butter and spread that all over the top of the buns. Our last step is to pop it in the oven to bake at 350 Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Sprinkle some more parm on top and enjoy!
If you're ever gonna make one of my recipes, let it be this one. I've been making this chili for 10 years and everyone who tries it falls in love. In a pot, heat some olive oil, then add diced onion, jalapeno, minced garlic, then saute until softened and add some tomato paste and toast for a few minutes. Add ground beef and break it up, then season with these listed spices written on the screen and mix it in as you continue to break it up. Season with salt to taste, then add some tomato sauce, crushed tomato, and diced tomato. Mix it in, then add in 2 cups of chicken broth and 3 types of beans. Now cover and let it boil on medium heat for 10 minutes, then uncover and add 2 more cups of chicken broth and some salt to taste, then let it come to a boil, then simmer on low heat for 30 minutes. Top with your favorite toppings, and I love to serve it with some cornbread. Enjoy!
Many of you have asked for my cheesy white chicken recipe, so let's do it. Get your water boiling, add your thin spaghetti noodles. Don't forget to season your water. Rotisserie chicken to shred, 1 can of Rotel, 2 cans of cream of chicken. You're gonna use 1 cup of sour cream, 1 cup of salsa, and these are your seasonings. You get a pot and you're gonna add all your canned ingredients, and you're gonna add your shredded rotisserie chicken and your sour cream and your salsa, and then we're gonna add in some Mexican blend cheese. Then you're gonna add your sour cream and your salsa and then all your seasonings, and you season to taste. I always add like 2 handfuls of the cheese. Your noodles into a pan and then add your mixture and mix it all together. Top with the shredded cheese, cover with aluminum foil, bake on 375 for 20 minutes. And the finished product.
So if you don't know by now, Costco has also come out with a fried chicken sandwich along with every other restaurant, but we're gonna make it at home and even better, so you don't have to sneak in with your mom's membership card. And yes, I know you do that because I've done it too. To start off, we're gonna mix flour, cornstarch, and all our spices. Then we'll thin out our chicken breast and cut it in half. Now we move on to making our wet mixture, which starts off with buttermilk and the same spices we put in the dry, which is mustard, garlic powder, black pepper, onion powder, paprika, chili powder, oregano, and salt. Mix all that up and then dunk the chicken in, let it sit for at least 30 minutes to an hour, the longer the better. Transfer the chicken from the wet to the dry and make sure it's coated well, and then we're going to fry it until golden brown, just like this. And that's basically it, so stay tuned for the other 2 parts of the Sammy.
Nashville fried chicken. Cover your chicken tenderloins with spicy Daniels front and back. Mix up your seasoned flour and liquid batter. Just add buttermilk until it's this consistency. Chicken tender in plain flour, then batter, let it drip, seasoned flour. 300-degree hot smoke point oil for only 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. Take them out, raise that oil to 350 and cook for only 2 to 3 minutes until very crispy. Mix up your hot oil, give them a dunk. Follow me, we upload recipes every day. So yeah, this is how to make.
I don't think I ever inhale food so quickly. Tonight I made a crab cake scampi. I used 1 egg, a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, a splash of that lemon juice, about 4 tablespoons of mayo, 2 teaspoons of Old Bay, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. I mixed it real good. Then I got 1 8-ounce can of lump crab meat and 1 8-ounce can of lump special crab meat. I folded in gently to my mixture and I added some Ritz crackers that I crushed up really fine. I made some big booty crab cakes, y'all. I ain't get stingy with the size. I baked those in the oven for about 15 minutes on 450. Then I worked on my scampi. Pretty much garlic, shallot, white wine, lemon juice, Old Bay, salt, and pepper. Oh, and some butter. I added some fresh basil, some Parmesan cheese, and I mixed my noodles in. Look how pretty, y'all. And there it is. Big booty crab cake on top of some scampi. Make it pretty and eat it up. All right, bye.
All right, boom, this is how the bitch went. We're going to make some steak and shrimp pasta. So I'm gonna take this truffle oil and spread it all over my steak before I season this motherfucker to help it stick. If you need some of that oil, go to the link in my bio and get it. In a hot ass cast iron pan, we're gonna sear the steak up. Once you flip it, throw some butter in there and let it finish in the oven. And while that's in there, we're gonna start on this shrimp. Butter in the pan. We're gonna throw the shrimp in the pan. We're gonna season that motherfucker while it's in the pan too. Get some Old Bay, slap your mommy, whatever you want to get, like, you feel me? Now once that's about finished, throw that bitch in the oven. We're gonna start on this sauce. Put some oil in the pan. Once it's hot, saute up your onions and your peppers. Once that's going, put in the garlic. Let that cook a little bit, then add some A1 and some Worcestershire sauce. I don't know if I said it right, but you know what the fuck we're talking about. Once that starts to cook a little bit, we're gonna add in the heavy cream. We're gonna add in some cream cheese. Season that motherfucker up. Drop some cheese up in there, mix it up till it get real slutty. Drop your shrimp, your steak in there, mix it up again, and voila. Come on, man, you can't tell me this shit don't look bussin'. Only sluts.
So I asked you guys what you call this, and it made me realize how many cultures have this delicious flaky flatbread. I ended up making it with some cilantro and garlic butter, and oh my god, you guys have to try it. It gave it this beautiful crispy exterior and soft interior. You can find the written recipe on my Instagram. The dough is made with just flour, hot water, a pinch of salt, and half a teaspoon of baking powder. After you make the dough, let it rest for a few minutes and then form them into equal sized small balls. You should have enough to make about 4. I roll each ball out into a really thin rectangle, spread my garlic butter mixture on top, and then roll it into a log kind of like you would with cinnamon rolls. Then you're going to want to stretch out the log and form it into a spiral. This is going to give you lots and lots of layers, and it's going to make it really flaky. Let it sit for 5 minutes and then roll it out into a circle, brush some more garlic butter on top, and then cook it with about a tablespoon of oil on a hot pan. Look how delicious that looks.
Hey everyone, it's Ariana, and this is some of the most mind-blowing chicken you'll ever eat. It's called takganjeon, and it's this sweet and crispy Korean fried chicken that's unlike anything I've ever had before. The chicken is perfectly crunchy on the outside and covered in an amazing spicy sweet sticky sauce. Start by covering 4 cube chicken breasts with a cup of buttermilk, and then season with some salt, white pepper, and garlic powder. Give that a stir and then pop it into the fridge to marinate for an hour overnight. Then to your bowl, add 1.5 cups of flour, plus your baking powder, dried thyme, chili flakes, paprika, salt, and pepper. This is gonna be the crispy coating for the outside of our chicken, so add your chicken in there and stir it around, and then fry your chicken in hot oil for a couple minutes on each side till they're nice and golden. I fry the chicken in batches so it cooks evenly and doesn't overcrowd the pan. Finally, for our sauce, we're gonna simmer soy sauce, ginger, garlic, sesame oil, brown sugar, honey, and gochujang, which is this insanely delicious spicy Korean fermented chili paste, and then simmer for 5 minutes and coat the chicken. Then top with a sprinkle of toasted sesames, red pepper flakes, and sliced scallions. Let me know which dishes you'd like to see next. Check out the full recipe on my Instagram and follow for more food from around the world.
Kids are picky like mine. This is the best meal to add to your dinner rotations. Thinly cut chicken breast, and I season it well on both sides. Heat up some olive oil and cook your chicken in a cast iron skillet. Cut up some broccoli while the chicken is cooking. I cook on each side for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then I cover it and let it sit with a cover so it gets nice and moist before I cut it up. Some more olive oil, and then I add my broccoli, fresh garlic, and season with garlic powder, salt, and pepper. I let my broccoli saute for a few minutes and get nice and browned. Then I add 1 cup of heavy cream, and my favorite pesto, which makes the whole meal, is this classic pesto. I add about 1 tablespoon. I like to cook it with veggie pasta, but you can use any kind of spaghetti you want. Then I add my chicken at the end and let it cook to get thick, and then add my cooked spaghetti. And this is such a delicious creamy pasta full of flavor.
We're making chile colorado. First, we're gonna dice 5 pounds of chuck roast into 1-inch pieces. Generously season with salt and pepper, mix it in, cover, and refrigerate for 15 minutes. In a separate pan, heat up a small amount of vegetable oil. Add 10 to 12 chile guajillos, 2 chile anchos, 5 chiles de árbol, half an onion, and 3 to 4 garlic cloves. Saute for 1 to 2 minutes, add 2 cups of water, and cover for 15 minutes. In a separate pan, heat up 2 tablespoons of manteca, add the beef, cook over medium-high heat for about 30 to 40 minutes. Once most of the water has simmered down, add half a minced onion, mix it in, and cook for an additional 5 to 7 minutes. For the sauce, add the peppers, onion, and garlic to the blender along with all your seasonings and 2 to 3 cups of water. Blend on high until it's nice and smooth, then add it to the meat. Add an additional 2 cups of water, mix it in, cover, and simmer on low heat for an additional 45 minutes to an hour, and enjoy.
When pizza and egg rolls collide, this is what you get. Paper down, pepperoni in, mozzarella cheese stick. Roll that thing nice and tight, you know what I'm saying? Give them a bubble bath, perfect golden brown. Brush with that garlic and herb butter and let that Parma Romano reign. Plate it up, serve with your favorite marinara, and enjoy.